Hey guys, before I start this video, I've created a Facebook group for job seekers and for students here in Germany. So there's a lot of discussions happening. If you have any questions, if you want to clarify some things, feel free to come and join. The links are in the description, the top two links, one for job seekers and one for... Weather report, it's 1 degree right now, but the real feel is -2. What's up, BEATNIKERS? Welcome back to my channel once again. If you're new here, consider subscribing because I feel that my goal is to bring in the most delicious thinking and enhance your intellect to escape velocity. Let's start today's day. Today's video is a very special video because I'm starting a new series on my channel called as Let's Talk Today. Basically, the concept of the show is I'm going to be sitting with some experts and answering your question which you have about, especially to do with job seekers in this country. As you start watching this video, you will understand what I'm talking about. So we basically involve your questions into our show and I call you guys onto your WhatsApp so that we can actually go ahead and speak to you with all your questions. So the clips which you're about to watch, they literally lasted for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, but I've only picked up the main prominent ones. We also made a lot of calls, but I'm only showing you guys a couple of them in this video. If you want to appear on this show and ask your question also, you simply have to use this hashtag called #AskNikhilesh and write me an email, put the subject line, and I'm going to pick up your email and start calling. We're going to call you back. Alright guys, so the first question which we are taking from, his name is Anish. He has 2 questions, but before we get to the question, his profile is he has completed BTech. He has about 15 months of work experience in quality engineering in automotive industry. 2 questions. Number 1, he is asking, what is the minimum experience a candidate should require from India to get a job seeker's visa? Okay. Number 2 is, how is the job opportunity for a quality engineer in the automotive sector in Germany? Okay. Let's call him and answer his question.
Yeah, I've gone through some of your videos and I really liked that.
Great.
So a lot of videos are there right now. Like I remember those videos, but not actually what is like everything not about. But yeah, I do have seen your videos about job seeker visas. The kind of like you have given a lot of inputs to that. I have gone through those videos also.
No pressure, man. I would let first Anshuman talk to you about this. Anshuman has been living in Germany for last 10 years, yeah? So he has quite a good knowledge in this. Anshuman, why don't you go ahead?
Hey man, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Anshuman?
Good, thanks. Yeah, so I read your question here together, and I think the first question you had is what's the minimum experience required for a job search visa, right? That was the first one.
Yeah.
So
right.
a clear, straight answer to that one is there is no minimum experience required for a job seeker visa. What matters is that you need to have a university degree from a recognized university. That's the key thing. Of course, I saw your profile or heard your profile, sounds quite interesting. So I think you shouldn't have any issues applying for that. So as I said, just a university degree, because when you apply, as I said, it has to be recognized university. So when you apply, it will be vetted, right? So that's the only requirement. There's no minimum work experience required. If you have it, that's absolutely great, right?
Yeah,
That's an added advantage. But as I said, no minimum requirement. And I think the second one was, you said you are in automotive industry, and you said what's the job prospect, right?
Yeah, right.
So I think Germany is a land of engineering and automotive perspective. So I think from that perspective, there's a lot of bright opportunities in this country. And added to that, I think Germany at the moment has the least unemployment rates. It's 10 years. And if I'm not wrong, I think 2 weeks ago there was a new bill passed which basically allows foreign workers to come in this country and find opportunities. That made it a bit easier, you know, because there's a high shortage of skilled labor in this country. Yeah. And so that definitely makes it easier as well. So a lot of opportunities. It all depends on your motivation, your experience, your skills and education.
Arjun, do you want to chip in some point?
Sure, yeah, it's definitely as Anshuman said, you know, the opportunities are there. It all depends on you now. You have to follow the procedure. Of course, it's a standard procedure. Everyone has to go through it.
Yeah.
And if you have some German language skills, it always sets you apart from the other applicants. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, so that's something that you should, you know, put some emphasis on. I would say.
Right. I think, Anish, before we say goodbye to you, just a friendly advice to you, yeah? You've been watching me for some time. What I would tell you is get onto the language first of all right? Automotive has insane amount of competition in this country. You have to understand you have a global competition. People are not just from India are coming here, especially for that industry where you want to get
right.
Build your profile in a way that you're way more skillful, because if you compare yourself on an experience level, you are nowhere to be seen. The kind of people who are coming on a job seekers, at least the calls what I get, there are bare minimum 5 years experienced people come here on a job seeker.
But don't be scared, okay?
But don't be scared. This is I mean, just so you know the competition, man. I'm just giving you a good demographics from length and breadth.
You know.
You know. So just so you're aware, whom are you competing, so that you know how hard you have to hit after that.
Yeah.
That's the point.
I think what I would like to ask you, Nikhilesh, is do we need to apply from here to the German companies, or shall I go over there? If I go after that, then I should apply.
I think it's a great idea to apply from India right now. My personal suggestion, probably Anshum and Arjun may have a different one.
Yeah.
What I would suggest you is give yourself at least 2 more years and learn German and keep applying jobs while you're in India on the current job.
Okay, so I do have to wait until I have a 3 years of experience or something like.
No, that's not mandatory. That's not mandatory. This is my personal suggestion. Okay.
Maybe I have a question here. I think the question is, what's your timeline? What's your goal? Do you want to be in Germany in 6 months, in 1 year, 2 years, tomorrow? I think everything will depend on that strategy. So if you want to be here in 6 months or even a year, I think you should apply because I think the whole procedure takes about 3 to 4 months, depending on when you apply. So I think you should do that. Nikhilesh and Arjun said rightly, learn the language, but I would say my personal experience is do A1, A2 maybe, but when it comes to really learning the language, you should learn here. It's a bit more expensive for sure, but it will be a lot more effective. You know, it's like if you want to learn Italian cooking, you don't do it in Indu's cooking college in India, do it in Italy. If you really want to be a chef, right? So you do the basic level, but you do the intermediate and advanced here in the country. It'll be expensive, but it'll be very helpful. And again, you have to know when do you want to be here. Make a plan and then act that plan. So that's what I would advise.
It's about how prepared you are at the end of the day. Make a goal, have a timeline, try to look at the positions in Germany, then that's how you have to build some blocks before, then you go step by step,
I think applying from India is really a good strategy. Even if you don't get anywhere, it'll give you a taste of the market. Right. How long does it take to get a response? What do I have to do to make an application? How does the European or German CV look like? What is the requirement of a cover letter? What is my requirement? What kind of job do I want? Is it something available or not? So a lot of questions will be answered when you do that. So you should totally do that. And when you come here, then you can really just fast forward it, be there in person.
Absolutely.
Make your contacts. And, be able
we got to go to next call, yeah?
Thank you so much for all of the inputs. So I really appreciate that for your time.
No problem, man.
Well,
nice talking to you. Yeah. Ciao.
I'm into IT for more than 6 years now. I'm a full-time Salesforce developer. Right now, I'm looking for opportunity to work in Germany, but I'm not aware of the process and all. So later, I got to know about the job seeker visa. Yeah. And which is very kind of difficult for me actually to learn the German language and all. So few of your videos have helped me a lot. Like few guys have got the job from India itself and came over there. Right. Like I have a doubt. Like what will be the educational qualification in Germany? Like is 3-year degree, bachelor's degree will be considered in Germany?
So look, the degree is that's a tech degree. So if you were applying for masters, then there's there are different regulations. But yes, for this, since you're already experienced, so that's not a problem. You can straight up apply and then see.
So there is no such restriction like 16 years of education is mandatory for a candidate who is applying for jobs?
Not for this scenario, no.
No, Raghu, I've got a good news for you. So first of all, you're a developer, which is like being a gold miner here in Germany. And second, for a developer, I think you don't need to have detailed language skills. So as of now, today, the scenario is if you are a developer and you said you work on Salesforce. So I think Salesforce is one of the hottest platform at the moment.
Oh,
So,
that's great.
as a developer, we're just chatting amongst ourselves, having fun. As a developer, you can get a job tomorrow. So, this
that's
is
really great.
insanely positive at the moment, and overall, the German labor market is very positive. Least unemployment rate since years and a decade. So, it's very, very lucrative at the moment. And you said with your education, I think you have a bachelor's degree. Is that right?
Yes, bachelor's degree.
Okay, and 6 years experience. I would never say to anybody, yes, you're gonna get a job, but the outlook is quite positive. You have experience, you are a developer, and if you go on sites, for example, like thelocal.de/jobs, you can look at jobsinberlin.de. You can look at, of course, Monster and Zing, LinkedIn as well. I think that's a key place to look at. You will find numerous jobs in different companies, industries for developers. They are really searching for developers under every stone and corner. So you should be able to find something. And you can start already looking and applying from India.
Raghu, what my take on this is, are you willing to come on a job seeker's visa? Are you in a position, or you feel like applying from India itself?
No. Like I can't leave my current job right now, so
Right.
So I need to search from India itself.
Right. That's a smart move. Why not? Why do I give up on my current job? Because I know for a lot of people, it is a fact, because from 6 months there's no income coming in.
Absolutely.
While it's all going double and triple.
You have to plan all
right?
that, yeah.
So financially that's a smart move. What I would say is, yes, the key is to apply as many jobs as possible right now and try your luck what happens. But on the other side, I would also recommend you to learn language. Maybe basics that would help you. Try to have a LinkedIn premium profile. Okay, that would help you to enable to reach out to people. If this is your strategy of not coming out all the way here, then you need to do some networking, right? And this is the way. While you're busy with your current life and the work and everything, what you're going on, spend like 2 hours a day, or even if not every day, but like 3 times a week, will definitely should get you somewhere up.
Also go through Zing. Zing is the platform used in Germany and Europe. Make a profile there, see how it's working. There's a premium package in that as well. And yeah, that's how you should proceed for now.
So I heard like for an individual there is a tax rate of 43%, right, for unmarried person.
Yeah.
What a question. Look, it's a good question, okay? It's a good question, and the answer is yes and no both, okay?
Yeah.
The yes is if you, again, this is you're jumping 2 steps ahead, but let me still answer that. If you are a single person having a job, the tax rate is 48 some %, but that includes also social security contribution, pension, disability, and everything. So yes, you get 52%, 53% in hand as a single class 1. But if you're married, then it's totally different thing. Then if your wife is working, then it's it's a different classification. It's different tax rates, also depending on your income. So it's very complicated. But yes, as an individual, single person, tax rate is 48%. But that's not only tax; that includes social security, disability, and every other tax that can be covered overall. But again, it's a third step. I think we need to first focus on what you got to do.
First is like get your profile up to a level what the competition is right now.
Okay. So I'm married now, and if I'm coming over there and working, what would be the tax rate? Again, the German government will consider me as an unmarried guy or an individual, and it will charge me 48%, or will it consider as married person and it will charge less?
As long as your wife does not live in the country, it doesn't matter if you're married or not, you will be considered as single individual tax class 1.
Oh.
Once your wife moves in this country, when she's registered in this country, then your tax class will change to 3, and hers 5, or the other way around, depending on if she works or not. And depending on both of your income together, you will end up paying tax between 25 to 40%. But it depends on your income. It's a subjective question.
This is enough. Like I have cleared my major questions. In case if I get any doubts or if I get any more questions, like I'll post it.
Awesome.
Feel free.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool then.
Thanks a lot. Have a good one. Best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for connecting me.
No problem. Bye.